Picture an October night in Alabama. A bonfire flickering in the woods, teenage laughter, warm air, until a moment shatters everything. This is the story of Kimber Mills, a bright young cheerleader whose life ended far too soon, and the complex aftermath that followed. Tonight on Crime Deconstructed, we explore the shooting, the legal context including Alabama's Stand Your Ground type laws, and whether what happened that night could be framed as self-defense. Kimber Mills was an 18-year-old senior at Cleveland High School in Pinson, Alabama, described by friends and family as outgoing, cheerful, full of promise. She was a cheerleader and track athlete, planning for college and dreaming beyond her small town. But the night of October 18, 2025, at a bonfire gathering in a wooded area known locally as the Pit, everything changed. Just before 12:30 a.m., authorities responded to gunfire at the bonfire site. 4 people were shot, Kimber among them. Witnesses say the scene began as friends gathered around the fire, then a fight erupted. One witness recounted, "I saw him pull out a gun and start shooting over and over." Kimber was hit in the head and leg. Her injuries proved catastrophic. She was placed on life support and later declared brain dead. Here's where the situation becomes more complex. The alleged shooter, Steven Whitehead, 27, was charged with murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. But videos and social media posts have circulated suggesting that some attendees believe the shooting may have happened in part after an altercation where Whitehead was confronted. One account says his ex-girlfriend alerted someone he was trying to do stuff to Kimber, leading to a physical intervention. Under Alabama law, similar to Stand Your Ground statutes, a person may use deadly force in self-defense if they reasonably believe it's necessary to prevent death or serious bodily injury. The issue here, was Whitehead facing such a threat, or did the confrontation escalate beyond self-defense? At this point, no court record publicly confirms Whitehead's defense strategy or a formal self-defense claim. So while the angle raises questions, it remains speculative for now. As Kimber's condition worsened, her family made the decision to donate her organs. Her heart saved a 7-year-old child. The community rallied. Hundreds of pink bows, candlelit vigils, and a high school community in shock. In the wake of her death, her story is not only one of tragedy but of generosity, even as questions about what happened and why remain unanswered. If the shooter genuinely believed his life was in danger, the self-defense argument could gain traction. What role did the confrontation at the bonfire play? Was alcohol involved? Were weapons visible before the shooting? Investigators have said only that a fight broke out before shots were fired. Legally, the case will test the boundary between self-defense and culpability, especially since Alabama's law doesn't require a duty to retreat in many situations. Yet the purpose of deadly force must still be defensive, not aggressive. Kimber's story reminds us how quickly a night of youthful freedom can transform into disaster. The woods, firelight, friends. It all seemed normal until the moment it wasn't. It also forces us to reflect on how our laws intersect with reality. When is self-defense legitimate, and when does a confrontation become tragedy? For Kimber, the final act became giving life, her organs saving others, and her memory serving as a warning and a hope. We may never know exactly what led to the shooting that night, or whether the self-defense argument will hold. But the questions it raises ripple outward. How do we protect our children at gatherings? How do we de-escalate conflict before it becomes irreversible? In the end, Kimber Mills becomes more than a name in the news. She becomes a story we must listen to. If you enjoyed this shorter, focused look into the Kimber Mills case, please hit like and subscribe to Crime Deconstructed for more real-life true crime stories told with care and clarity. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay aware, and keep uncovering the hidden pieces of the puzzle.